Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Male Toxicity Show. And on the panel with me tonight, I've got Stephanie Janzek from the
Hello.
Cantina. Say hello, Steph.
Hey guys, what's up? What's
I've
up?
got my man Stig Kenobi. Say what's up, Stig.
What's up, Stig?
I got my man, the Star Wars dad. Say what's up, brother.
Hey, what's up, guys?
No doubt. And also, we've got Mox Rock. Say what's up, Mox.
What's up, guys? Mox Rocks here.
Haha, and none other than, of course, we've got honorary guest Craig from Reviews for You. Say what's up, Craig.
What is going on YouTube?
Oh yeah, definitely. And basically, man, this show is for the alpha male. So if you're a beta, get out. If you're an SJW, get out. And if you're somewhere between the ages of 25 and beyond, and you still live with mom for no reason, and you're not facing a divorce, get out now. Here we go,
I
man.
certainly don't feel welcome.
Well, guys, here we go, man. This show is for, basically the mailman. We're all facing this, for being, how do you say, for believing in chivalry and stuff like that. They basically want to try to make us extinct. So, of course, we got the first lady, Stephanie, who will be giving you guys advice as the shows and the episodes go on, and everybody else and every other male on the panel is a different alpha male, and we'll be giving you so many perspectives. But first, let me introduce the panel and their channel. Of course, we're going to start off. Ladies first. Stephanie, let them know.
Hey, it's Steph Janisek from the Smuggler's Cantina, your bar manager and purveyor of all fine spirits. Do not start gunfights in the bar. You take that stuff outside.
Definitely. Definitely. Awesome. And also, now let's take it to Craig from Reviews for You. Plug your channel, baby.
All right, well, the channel is Reviews for You, where I go through and pretty much give my opinion on anything pop culture related, from Star Wars to the MCU to the DCEU to even Crazy Eyes AOC. It doesn't matter to me. I'll give you my damn opinion on everything, and I just call a ball a ball. I call it ace a ace, and I call it POS a POS.
Yeah, that's right, baby. And now going down the line, we're going to go with Star Wars Dad. Let them know, brother.
Hey, everyone. Star Wars Dad, most people here know me. Everyone knows I started this channel due to the love of Star Wars that my son and I share. I am currently moving away from that love of Star Wars, and everything that I'm doing now is kicking liberalism in the ass. And my favorite rant is, of course, about AOC and Alam Omar. So if you want to see a veteran just bash on some liberal freaks, come on over and check me out.
That's right, baby. And now we're going to move along with Stig. Let them know, Stig.
Yeah, I'm a token European guest, and I like everyone. I'm just here to have fun and maybe make some sense now and again.
There we go. That's fair enough. And of course, none other than Mox Rocks. Let them know, baby, the greatest moderator on YouTube.
Mox Rocks. I am one of the largest moderators on YouTube. I spend a lot of time going around trying to help channels get built up. I love to mod for people that cover everything from Star Wars comics to the paranormal and everything in between.
Beautiful, baby. Now, let's get into the Male Toxicity Show. The first topic we're going to talk about, guys, of course, today is males of today. How do they compare to men like us in our era from yesteryear? And the first one, of course, I've got to ask Craig, like, what's the difference and what do you see with the shit that's going on?
All right, well, these little pansy ass little bitches that they're raising today can't hold a. You know what? I think I honestly think, and I honestly think that there are two genders, but I think it's male, us, and then these skinny jean wearing little punk ass bitches that's going, that's the female, and they're just grouping in with friggin' women. They're can't hold a candle to nothing we were taught. I say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. I open doors for women. I don't do it because they're weaker. I do it because it's a damn woman.
Right, right.
They should be brought up. These some bitch, I can build a car from the ground up. These some bitches can't build shit with Lego.
That's right, man. And a man has to fucking know how to use tools, goddammit. Whether it's a scissor,
Yeah.
whether it's a wrench, but at least know how to fucking, put bolts and screws together. Steph, let us know in a woman's perspective.
All
How
right,
do
then.
you see the males of today compared to yesteryear's males?
Well, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, so, my dad was a World War II veteran. He was a John Wayne, 6'3", barrel-chested guy, and he fought with the 8th Army Air Force, dropped bombs on the Germans. My uncles all invaded Europe or were Marines in the Pacific. My brothers are all pretty much alphas. And back in the day when I was a kid, the movie stars were still chosen because they were handsome, rugged, and acted like men. I mean,
Right.
Michael Caine, Robert Shaw, Sean Connery.
Right.
And in the 70s, we had the weirdos like Al Pacino and De Niro and Richard Dreyfuss. I mean, they're good actors, but they're not that matinee idol.
Right.
And, Harrison Ford came along, which sort of kind of wiped everybody off the slate for me. And Kevin Costner later. I mean, even Patrick Swayze. There's something about a guy that looks like he knows what he's doing. The way he carries himself, the sound of his voice. Women kind of go for that. And now it seems today that guys are like retreating into themselves. And I don't know if it's actually, and I'm going to be serious, if it's how much soy they've actually ingested and it's not a joke.
Well,
Right.
Steph,
Right.
let me say this, Jay, and because I will say this, and if the soy boys out there don't like it, women want real men. They don't want a pussy man.
Right.
Women want real men. They want a protector, a provider. They might not say that they want it, but that's what women want.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. And like my friend Rosclad has said, he the men of today, they basically have no respect, as to men growing up in my generation, and beyond the 70s, and they had more class, and when they see a woman in distress, or they run to her aid. These days they just pull out a fucking camera and they just record people, Mox, let us know, man. How do you feel with the comparisons of men of today to yesteryears?
I'd say most of the men or males that I know today that are, I'd say, at least under 30, some even up to 35, they're not men anymore. They don't work. They don't have a drive. They can't do anything for themselves. They can't cook their own food. They couldn't iron their own clothes. If you put them out in the woods or out in the field, told them to plant food or hunt, they would starve.
Yep.
Today they don't understand when you see someone who was vulnerable being picked on and bullied. It's your job as a man to go defend them, because that's what real men do.
Damn
Yeah.
right.
We don't have that anymore. Not very often.
No, that's right. I mean, ladies, if you're listening, look to the military.
Yep.
Few and far between without it. Beyond that, I mean, you're looking at the pick of the litter right here.
That's right. That's
beyond,
right.
Because I'm telling you, I mean, you look at the guys that all right, like movies that we hate, and just dwell on that for all the wrong reasons. There you go. They all look alike. They all dress alike. They all have this uniform, that weird beard, that haircut, those stupid glasses. They wear stupid hats. I can't. I just can't. I don't. I'm so
Yeah. They're wearing rompers and sweet perfume instead of fucking Drakkar and denim.
Yeah.
That's what's going on today, man. And of course, Stig, your input, my friend.
Yeah, I probably don't even compare well to those guys myself, to be honest. Life in the last 20 years has gotten way too easy for everyone.
Yeah.
Everything has changed so much, and kids today, are being overprotected.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what.
And it's been going on since the late '90s, I suspect, something like that.
Oh yeah, oh
It's
yeah, and it's just like what the boxing junkie says. He says, "Peace to you, my friend, no doubt, my brother." He says that most men of today don't have the opportunities that we had years ago. I would have to partially disagree with that because we all know that we've seen lazy motherfuckers wasting their time doing the wrong things instead of putting their mind to the right things. But you're partially right on that, though. You know.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm guilty of that too. But, not putting my mind to what I should be doing.
Right.
But it's and it's the participation trophy. Everyone gets rewarded equally just for participating. That's not doing anyone any good.
That's right. That's right.
I
And
think
we have. I'm sorry, guys. We have the first. I should say the first alpha fucking comment coming from Han Star. What's up, Han Star? He says, at a bare minimum, every guy should know how to drive a manual transmission, change oil, and change a flat fucking tire.
amen, brother.
Amen. My husband
Yeah.
does. In fact, the Jeep he just bought is a manual transmission. I can't drive that fucking thing. Sorry. I can't.
Something we got to realize too, Jay, is how the world has changed. Because, like, when you, me, Craig, Stephanie, and the majority of us on this panel grew up, we grew up with our parents saying, do not come back inside this house till that sun goes down.
Yep.
If you're thirsty, drink from the damn hose.
Right.
Yep.
And when you do come inside, it better be yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we can't do that with our children now. If you let children drink from a hose, you're abusing them. If you don't keep a complete eye on them, because we used to roam the neighborhood left and right, and we were fine. Now, you let an 11, 12-year-old do that, and they're taking you to jail.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like what Miss Mary Mayhem. What's going on, buddy? And peace to you as well. Foul Pole, no doubt. Foul Pole says, never drove a manual transmission, but I can field dress a deer in 20 minutes.
All right. Cool.
And then, yes, that's right, baby. And Mary says, men need to know how to treat a lady and act like a man. Amen.
Yeah, they do.
Need to know how to act like a man.
That's right.
Last year we had like a big ruckus up here in Norway because a kid had climbed a tree at school. He fell down and hurt himself. Not badly, but he hurt himself. And parents went haywire, and now kids aren't allowed to climb trees during recess at school.
Oh my god.
That's bad.
We used to have monkey bars.
Yeah,
You're supposed to fall and hurt yourself when you're a kid. That's how you
exactly.
learn.
It's part of hand-eye coordination, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like games like Skelsy, games like hopscotch, pickup sticks, whatever happened to that? You know what, guys? It's been replaced by the also Bill Gates special, the Steve Jobs fucking programming, which is a tablet, a cell phone, and a fucking laptop.
Yep. And a driving cap and a weird beard. And a soy latte.
Oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah.
What's really disturbing to me is, and I see this a lot, is I play pool on a semi-pro level, and it's one of my first passions. And I talk to a lot of these younger guys now, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I play pool all the time on my phone."
What?
And they're like, "I'm really good." I'm like, "Dude, you can't compete with me because I don't play on a phone." And they're like, "Oh, but I know my angles and all my English," and I'm like, "And you don't know the mechanics of how to hold a stick."
Yeah.
So, now you see a lot of these younger generations very much, they want to bypass the years of work it took me to get to my level by playing a phone game and taking that same type of glory and pride as if they can really do this in real life.
Yep.
And Jay's right. When you pass off parenting and entertainment to a machine, your child misses out that human connection that
Yep.
we all grew up with. Kids
Yeah.
today don't know how to interact. They don't know how to talk to each other, and they don't do any of the things like pick up jacks and go out and climb trees. You just don't see it anymore. They'd
No,
rather
you
play
don't.
a phone app to ride a bike.
No,
Well-
and there's also a saying that you can play basketball, you can play golf, but you couldn't play boxing because that's full contact. You right? But in my days, in your heydays, we all had a fucking 2 pairs of boxing gloves that we would throw on with friends or a cousin, and we would fucking box. You know, that shit don't exist. You know why? That's male toxicity. We can't even teach our goddamn sons how to swing a fucking bat at a ball or catch something because there's too much action. So I guess let's just say verb or verbiage is too fucking toxic for these fucking pussies these days now. I mean, come on, guys. You know?
What was that you said about F bombs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're not monetized yet, so I guess
Oh.
it's okay.
Okay.
If that's the case, how you doing, my sweet friend?
All right.
Oh, you bastard!
You know, so here we go. We've got foul pole, which I have to totally agree with you, my brother. He says at the end of the day, it's not the young men's fault; it's their parents' fault. Have to agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yep.
tell you, man. If I woke up tomorrow morning and somebody like Brian Young was my son, I'd kill myself. I'd be like, I did not raise you to act like that or to be like that. What is wrong with you?
Right.
You know, but wait, if somebody like that was my son, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Right.
You know, and because I know what Rudy would do, because he would lose his mind. He would lose his mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. They didn't play that shit. They
No,
didn't play that shit. You know.
no.
And you know, the thing with you know, the you know, today's fashion, just totally one big mental brainwash. You know. But now we're gonna move on to the next segment, which is what category of a man. And this is for the Star Wars heads out there. What category of a man would you consider putting Hidalgo and Johnson in? And we'll start off with Stephanie on this one.
Well, I saw something today on Twitter, and they were talking about the new word, and you know, we used to call guys like that biatches, right?
Yeah.
Well, now the one is soy boy. They're soy.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
you can't, because you know what I think what makes me so angry is that these guys are in their mid 40s and
Right.
they're acting like they're so much younger and hotter and with it than, you know, when they were going after Mark Hamill and stuff like that. When he took Steve Wayne's art and put it up on his Twitter account, and you know, all this ageist crap, and I'm like, first off, Harrison Ford could bend you like a pretzel right now.
Right.
Mark Hamill, by the way, is doing this so he can again remind everybody what a bunch of you know what you are. And what's funny is that these soy boys will never say that to your face.
Yeah.
They will never act like that to your face.
Very true.
And if
Very,
they see
very
us
true.
walking through the door, they will do anything they can to get to avoid any confrontation.
You know what they would do? They would write a letter.
Yeah, yeah.
On confrontation.
A strongly worded letter.
Yes.
A
Yes.
strongly worded letter.
Yes. Craig. What category would you put these two douchebags in?
All right, I'm gonna say this on there.
What was that? Run it back.
They're pussies.
Yeah.
Cunnilingus.
The only thing I can say, if the word pussy offends you, then I'm sorry, pussy.
That's right, man. It's
Yeah.
true, man.
They're two pussies.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, soft as foam.
Being
Heated.
forth with Ryan Johnson, that's exactly what I call him, a goddamn pussy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you know what? You know, my things. I love Hidalgo. I mean, he's the size of a beached whale. You know, and
Oh, yeah.
acting like he's like some sort of guy. And it's like, dude, have you seen yourself in the mirror lately? You know, and his wife. Oh my God, Kristen. Oh, ew. I mean, they're quite the couple.
Yeah, her
They
belt
really
size. Her belt size is equator. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, this girl is younger than I am, and she looks like she's 20 years older. How's that?
Oh
Are you
yeah.
saying it's so big that the bottom half of her has the Coriolis effect?
Yeah. You know, you're gonna have to ask, because Abu Nas cannot get enough of her. You're gonna have to ask Abu Nas about that.
Yeah.
Because nothing pisses off Hidalgo more is when Abu breaks up his wife.
Yeah.
Honestly, but yeah, I mean they're just they hide behind their little screen personas, and I'm sure if you walked into the local Starbucks and Hidalgo is standing there, he'd recognize you and then try to run out.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. He'll fucking put his head in between his chafed ass and run from you. Star
Yeah.
Wars Dad, let us know, man. What category would you put these guys in? Unmute yourself, by the way. Sorry, guy.
I think he's cooking dinner like a real man.
That's right. He's cooking dinner like a real man. Okay, Mox, let us know.
I see a lot of young guys today that are live in the city, and I go into town on occasion to shoot pool there. Usually, I go out into the sticks where the real men hang out, and you see these guys sitting around the bar and the pool table writing out wolf tickets. They're the baddest man on the planet, and I'm looking at them with their man buns and the manscaping and their pedicures, little tight jeans. And I'm thinking, 20 years ago, I'd have knuckle punched you and watched you drop just for fun.
Oh yeah.
Why are you saying these things? Because you're staying in the city, but you won't come out into the county or into Carolina where all the real men hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or you won't come out to Pennsylvania where all the real men hang out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Or you won't come out to my beach house where every man hanging out.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Look, all right, I am from the country, but I'm just not in the country now.
Yeah. All right.
I guarantee you, just like Mox, you stick my ass in the middle of nowhere. If I thought I could feed myself, I can get my own food, I can kill my own prey, I can catch my own fish, I can cook my own dinner, and I can get my own damn water in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Amen, brother.
My ass stuck
Amen.
up being babysat by a damn game and a TV.
That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, yeah. Star Wars Dad, John, let us know, man.
All right. I
What
would
category-
consider
what
these
category-
guys
Yeah, go ahead.
to be the biggest beta males on the planet. I'm ex-military. These are guys that I would have to give tree line therapy to, and then they would cry about it. I'd give them an order and they'd cry. So I'd grab their NCO and say, take them out there to the tree line and run them till they puke. And then they would cry and say, I can't do it. I can't do this. It's too much for me. That's the kind of men these guys are.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pablo's girth is, if there's any doubt about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Stig.
Yeah, in general, I think something always seems off about men that seems to be overly feminist. It's like they're trying to. It's like they have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
And as for that Pablo Hidalgo guy, I think I saw a video of him putting on a belt, and he used a boomerang.
Oh shit.
So he is pretty big. This is true.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about that Brian Young guy. I've seen some quotes from him. I think it was him that said, if you wanted to watch Black Panther, the best way to do it was to do like him and watch it in Harlem. And I was like,
Yeah,
you're trying too hard,
Yeah, that's gross. Yeah.
Well,
Yes. Something's just off.
Well, it has to do to answer foul pole boxing. What's up, my brother? Thank you for joining. That's a great point there. He says maybe it has to do with folks having kids too late in life. I think what I think it has to do with. I think it has to do with babies having babies.
Yeah.
And then them just leaving the kids, whether it's female or male or female, whatever order you want to put it in, leaving them with their grandparents or their parents while they go out and party because they figure they need a break and they're not their parents not living more about the responsibility. So I think it's really has to do with the younger generation having babies at a young age, and not having anything to teach them, as to the way our parents did it, or as to the way, in our instance, we did it in our late 20s. You know
I
what I
don't,
mean?
my sister Chris had one son, young, about 20, and he turned out to be pretty normal. And she got married to a jackass,
Right.
and she had two, a son and a daughter, and the son is he's the definition of what we're talking about.
Right.
Literally the definition. And I haven't seen him in a long time, and I don't want to because I can't deal with it. I can't look at him and go, I'm proud you're my nephew. You just,
Right.
I don't know who you are. And I think sometimes it's the parents were older, and then they spoiled him. They gave him too much. They didn't make him earn anything. Mommy was overprotective.
Yep.
And that happens a lot, let me tell you.
Yep.
But it's just, it can work out either way. But when you're looking at guys that are overly feminist, they're not. That's virtue signaling so they can get laid.
Right. Right.
Right.
Because ain't no woman like me gonna touch them.
No.
I hear that.
No, man. No.
I hear that. Well, John,
Yeah.
take us to this nice little idea we had. A little thing that the Star Wars dad had been making up and stuff, and we figured, you know what, let's do it somewhere in February, simply because it gives us time, as well as it's vacation time for hard workers like ourselves. So maybe we might want to ask for vacation time to actually take a cruise on the ultimate. And this is what we're making up, guys. I mean, as we go along, we'll be giving you the information. John is going to tell you exactly what it's all about. This is the Star Wars cruise, where we can cosplay, and it's going to be a whole week, 2 weeks, on the cruise ship, and we can watch movies, role play, games, and activities, and we get to know each other and meet each other. So, John, take it away, baby.
All right, everyone. Do you like Star Wars? That's going to be the first and foremost question. Because if you do not like Star Wars, this cruise is not for you. You can come meet us on the cruise if you want, but if you're not a Star Wars fan, this is definitely not for you. We had originally thought about doing this in October of this year, but we have decided to do it February of next year because it gives everybody time to get the funds together. And the good thing, guys, all you have to do is lay a deposit down, and you can pay over it till the day that you actually leave on the cruise.
Yes.
And we are talking about cosplay. We are talking about trivia contests. I myself will give a class on how lightsabers actually work. We will have the Mega Man on the cruise. We will have Craig from reviews from you on the cruise. Craig can actually teach you how to make costumes, people. This will be an all-inclusive Star Wars cruise with 2 ports of call, Cozumel and the Bahamas, because I was originally going to go out of Mobile, Alabama, and hit Cozumel for the 5-day tour, but I'm looking now at Norwegian Cruise Lines for our cruise out of either Tampa or Canaveral, Florida. If we do that, guys, we get a free bar aboard the cruise.
Just don't come here.
So, yeah, a free bar and free drinking while we are out at sea.
That's right. That's right. So that means that if you've got a fucking sponge for a kidney, come on down.
Yeah. But like I said, this is meant for all Star Wars fans, YouTubers, and fans of YouTubers, so that everybody can get together and have like a convention at sea with alcohol. So bring your lightsabers, bring your costumes, and let's go out to sea for 5 days and have a blast doing it.
Yes, sir. And more details will be coming up. And I think the finalized details will be in about I would say 2 months, and that's when we start opening up stuff, and we can start talking. But we just wanted to put that in your guys' ears, so that way, in case you're thinking that you don't have anything for, let's just say a vacay or something like that, come on out and join us, man. Now we're gonna
Yes.
go into the next segment, which is the women of the 70s and 80s. And tonight we are featuring two gorgeous women. And first, of course, we're gonna let Stephanie actually warm us up to these two beautiful young ladies, because she basically, as a woman, would give us a perspective, and give the rest of you ladies, if you're listening out there, if this is the type of attitude you have towards other beautiful women, she will tell you exactly how to keep your self-esteem next to hot sirens like these. And these women are Linda Carter and Farrah Fawcett. And Stephanie, let us know, man, what do you remember vividly about Linda Carter and Farrah Fawcett?
Well, Linda Carter was basically the first Wonder Woman I remember. And for a lot of guys, even now, she's still the definition of Wonder Woman. She's been an actress in Hollywood for, I'd say, 50 years now. She still looks great, by the way. That was a character that was as much as kind of sexy and hot as she was also a good role model for girls.
Right.
I remember that because I wanted to be Wonder Woman for about 5.5 seconds. I wanted to be the Bionic Woman, and then I wanted to be Leia. So there you go.
Yeah.
And we got Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett. If you look at the way Hollywood is, Farrah was probably one of the last of the blonde bombshells.
Yep.
And she sadly had a pretty rough life. But she was, I think, in every boy's locker, in every brother's bedroom. That swimsuit picture of hers is probably one of the most famous pinups ever. I mean, it's up there with Betty Grable and Rita Hayworth from World War II. She just was that blonde, American, athletic, beautiful smile, kind of all-American girl that was such a big thing back in the 70s and 80s, and they've kind of gotten away from it, which is, in my opinion, too bad. You get to the point where you're looking at some of these skanky chicks, and it's like, is this no? That is not glamorous. She was very glamorous. They both were, and they were just sort of like that iconic beauty, and I remember both very well. I mean, very well.
Right.
And here's the deal. I've been standing in a bathroom next to Minnie Driver, and she was wearing heels, and she was like 8 feet tall.
Right.
That chick is really tall, really beautiful up close. When you're standing next to somebody like that, you got to remember it probably took her 3 hours to get dressed like that.
Yeah.
When they're not wearing their makeup, when they're not, all dolled up, they don't look that great. Okay, they really, really don't. And you just got to remember they're human. And I'm going to tell you this because I know a lot of actresses, a lot of older actresses that were working at that time with those women. It's the most insecure people you'll ever meet.
Oh, yeah.
Are actresses.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one thing that women who think they're just dowdy and average, when they look at Farrah or, Linda or whomever nowadays, you got to remember that chick works her butt off, and she's afraid if she gains an ounce, she'll never work again. I mean, this is the rough life that they live, and they lived it back then too. So there's nothing to be insecure about.
Yeah, I hear that.
So.
Yeah. And Craig, man, I remember when I first saw Linda Carter in that Wonder Woman outfit, and then I saw Farrah Fawcett in Charlie's Angels, and I was like, holy shit. Like, give us your memory when you first saw these two women.
My first two women that I had a thing for?
No, like what did you think of Linda Carter and Farrah Fawcett when you saw them?
I thought Linda Carter was so freaking awesome. No, and I don't mean just like. I mean, she was just, oh my god.
Mm.
I To be honest, my inner freak came out even back then. And what hit me with that golden rope? I'll tell you the damn truth right now. Matter of fact, I'll hit it so hard I'll show you the truth. Now,
See, you can have your Farrah Fawcett. I was so in love with Jacqueline Smith.
oh,
Every guy
yeah,
says
well,
that. My husband says that.
Farrah Fawcett because she had the Farrah Fawcett hair.
Yeah, somebody turn their TV down, please.
The only thing I could see was the Farrah Fawcett hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And them blue eyes, them big blue eyes.
I mean, even then, but I mean, when it came down to Wonder Woman, yeah, I was,
Mox, what did you think of Linda Carter and Farrah Fawcett, man?
Well, growing up, I remember seeing Wonder Woman before I ever saw Farrah Fawcett.
Right.
And there was something about this very tall, athletic, beautiful woman who could really kind of whip you down in a fight or tie you up with a rope. I was young, I didn't quite understand, but something inside me stirred, and I wanted her to tie me up with the rope.
Oh,
It's the thing that has stood with me all the way up to them redoing this last Wonder Woman, to where I was very animate. I didn't like Gal Gadot trying to fill those shoes.
right.
And anything else that was supposed to be Linda Carter's, because I thought she came up short. And to me, Linda will always be the benchmark of Wonder Woman. That was the very classy rollout of a true heroine and a real great show.
Right.
Hey guys, I am going to interrupt everybody for 1 minute.
Yeah.
John Singleton died today.
Yeah. He had a stroke. That's the director of Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, he passed away at the age of 51. Rest in peace.
yeah.
John Singleton, yeah, very, he was from the, I would say the late 80s into the early 90s director, very great work, one of the leading African-American directors in the business. He would bring a lot of, how do you say, realism into films, and bringing the reality onto the screen from, low budget, America, basically, from the ghettos and he would basically lay out the statistics on his film, which was art. So, rest in peace, John Singleton, and thank you very much, man, for your service, in my life and bringing us these classics. Thank you.
And now, honestly, you're in a better place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah.
He is.
Just to hang out with John Wayne now.
Yeah, but it's a latent evidence says Boys in the Hood. Us UK guys feel how you USA brothers have a big film. Yeah, exactly, my brother. And he was one of the guys that were able that just broke through, and just brought the realism as to the gangs and stuff, and what can happen if his movies taught us lessons, as to not really how to survive in the street, but the situations that can occur and that can be presented to you in the streets if you make the bad choices. So he taught us a lot, man. And may he rest in peace, man. Definitely. Now, John, if everybody would pay attention to the screen here, to Star Wars Dad, the logo of SJW. Basically, he's going to give us a preview of what razors we should be using now. And everybody on the panel, even Steph, is going to say, fuck you, Gillette. Male toxicity, really? Really? No. So we decided to abandon the Gillette shavers and go with this club. So Star Wars Dad, well, he stepped off at the moment. I guess we'll come back with, with his segment as to what he's going to do. But he's going to, give us advice as to exactly which shavers which razors we should be using. So we'll get back to him. As a matter of fact, here he goes. So Star Wars Dad, take it away, man. Let us know what razors we should be using besides these delicate Gillette razors that aren't good enough for a man's fucking feel.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I love Gillette razors. before all this crap happened, except for they were $12 for 4 razors, right?
Right.
They shaved well. But now, guys, I am a proud member of the Dollar Shave Club.
That's
all right?
right. That's right.
Let me show you what you get when you subscribe to the Dollar Shave Club. I'm not going to show you the actual hilt that the blades actually go on, but every month you get a box in the mail that looks just like this. Nothing fancy. We are talking nothing fancy. And then when I open the box, this is tailored to men. It's so simple. You get a pack of razors. Let me open it. 4 razors.
Nice.
All right.
I love the presentation. I love it.
They are 3-bladed razors. They cut very, very well. One razor will last about 5 to 6 shaves.
Look at his face, for Christ's sake. He's got the baby's butt on it. Look how smooth John's face is. Look at that.
Then you get some advertisement with it.
Nice.
And then you get more male advertisement with it. Nothing fancy.
Right.
It's just straight razors and stuff for men for $1.39 per pack.
Well, check it out, John. We've got a question coming from Handstar. He says, "I just shaved my head." He says, "I just shaved my head and my necks. You know, his neck. So those razors are good for head shaves as well, right?"
Yeah. Anything that you would shave with a regular razor, it's good for. The only downside to these razors over like Gillette's razors are made out of titanium and these are stainless steel.
There we go.
So, but for $1.37 per month versus $12 for a pack of the same razors, put 2 and 2 together.
Yep. And it's affordable. It won't break your budget. And you know what? This company will not make you feel like a fucking pansy or make you feel wrong, you know, for using a fucking razor and go, you know, with propaganda. Fuck that.
They won't preach to you. They are trying to serve men. They promote men products, and they have other companies that are geared towards just alpha boys. That's pretty much what it boils down to. They are catering to alpha men. They're not catering to beta males or soy boys or, you know, any fuck boys or anything like this. They are catering to the alpha male.
That's right, man, and that's what we got to roll with. Guys that are going to cater to us. Now, guys, I want you to understand that the reason why there's only one lady on the panel is because this lady can actually just help you guys out. And I'm not talking about the alpha males that are, you know, still you know, rooting for chivalry, perform chivalry. No. I'm talking about guys that are missing out on facts, guys that need advice, and it's coming from a woman's perspective. And on this show, of course, it's only right that we get it. So everybody, all guys, all alpha males, this is our champion. That's right. This is the only acceptance, and her name is Stephanie Janzek, and this is her segment as to Ask a Real Lady. Hello, Steph.
Hello, how are you doing?
No doubt, guys. No doubt. Say hello to Steph, man. You know, she's our big sister, man. And basically, man, this is what's going down, man. This was a question pulled in. Now, this one question she's going to answer, and I'm more than sure you guys went through it, or if not, you're going through it. So she's going to give you guys some pointers. Now, what should a man do when his woman is expecting too much into the relationship as to movies and materials as they move on? What's your advice on that, Steph?
Well, all right, it depends on what too much is. Like, I'm trying to figure what. Here's the deal. How long have you been dating? Is she waiting for you to like bring her things? There are a lot of women out there that are very materialistic, that are only in it to get things from a guy. And I've known more than my fair share. I could tell you a story about one who was basically famous in my hometown. And she's still married to the guy. I mean, it's like, how does that work? Anyway, if she's expecting stuff, My thing is, how does she really feel about you? Are you, because she should be kind of involved in like planning things and going out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? It's not that she should pay for it, but there should be input from her. And like trinkets and like bracelets and necklaces. You know, a real woman wants you to spend time with you. You know, if you go to a movie and go for a walk after, go out to dinner, you know, but just to be able to spend time together. I mean, that's how you get to know your prospective life mate, to borrow a phrase from Chewbacca. Um, you know, it's not all about the stuff.
Right.
If she likes us to go do a certain thing, like go eat Thai food, you know, every once in a while, take her to a place like that. You
Yeah.
know, you know, you know, you got to show that you really care and you listen to her. That's another thing. But if she's expecting something every day, like even flowers, it's like, come on, man,
Yeah.
um, maybe maybe that relationship isn't what it's cracked up to be.
Right.
I think, and you gotta kind of sit back and assess. Um, it it's very easy for a guy to get caught up with a really, really beautiful girl,
Yeah.
and if he's got a lot of money and he's not much to look at, he will have really beautiful girls after him because of his money. All right,
Right.
and and I've and I've seen that happen, and it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. This just gave me a headache even thinking about it, because there's an unreality there. It's not a relationship,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Because she don't want nothing to do with you beyond the gifts you're bringing her and all the rest of that stuff.
Right.
So my advice is, if she's expecting stuff, you might want to think about where it's really going. If do you know a lot about her? Do you know her friends? What do you think about her friends? Okay.
Right.
Here's
Right.
another bit of advice. You're hanging out with a woman who hangs out with a bunch of psycho single ladies. You don't want to hang out with her. You don't want to date her. And the reason why is this: because she's psycho too. Okay. And they all feed off of each other.
Yep.
And I've seen it. I got myself caught up in a situation like that with some girls that I was hanging out with in college. And when they left my life, I was a lot happier. Um,
Right. Right.
and that's a little bit of advice for girls too. Don't hang out with women like that. It's just a pity party,
Yep.
and women who do that, even married women, or women who are dating or unfianced who do that, you're hurting your relationship by hearing from your friends about how bad men suck,
Right.
because that's what that is.
Yep.
So that's my advice: is if she's expecting stuff, if she's expecting a lot, like in the ways of material things, you need to reevaluate the
Yep.
relationship, because
There we
it's
go.
not real. It's not.
There we go, man. There we go. There we go. And hey, Irving, that question, we're gonna put that into rotation for next week, brother. Definitely, man. And if you guys are liking the show so far, hit the thumbs up. The show is coming on every fucking Monday at 7 p.m. We'll be here for you fellas, man. We know how it feels. We're fucking alpha males ourselves, and Stephanie's married to an alpha male, so she knows what it is. And I'll tell you right now, this is your segment, her segment, and she'll be here for you guys. Now, Craig, we've got your segment here, which is going to be called Star Wars Talk. And the first question I want to ask you, brother, is exactly where, where in the highest heaven of all sexual intercourses, which we shall replace with the letter F, um, where did they go wrong, man, in the beginning of this, starting this whole prequel, tweakle, pixie dusted trilogy, brother? It's all yours, man.
All right, you want to know the very first thing that went wrong?
Yes, sir.
Very first thing that went wrong is Lucas sold this shit to Disney.
Amen.
That's the stepping stone. Bam, right there. And they did that shit under false pretense. He did it with the expectation that they were going to take the stories that he had for 7, 8, and 9, and that's the movie they were going to make. Which is also how they got the original cast to come back, because they were even told the same thing.
Right.
That going to do these stories 7, 8, and 9. And once they're roped into the contract, well, all that crap got thrown out the window. So that's the first thing that went wrong. The second thing that went wrong is there's absolutely no direction from Kathleen Kennedy. And that's not a dig on a woman. That's just a fact, period. She has no direction at all. All right. That's like, all right, there's very few things that I can't do. Like I can't have a baby. So, you know, I mean, I can make a baby. I can't have one. Well, if I did, I guess I could get a good Las Vegas show out of it. But anyway, like, if I could make a baby, if I could have a baby, all right, that'd be great. But I can't. So I can't tell a story of what all I go through while being pregnant because I don't know a damn thing about being pregnant.
Right.
All right, I've been around my ex-wife when she was pregnant, and I can tell you what men go through when women are pregnant.
Right.
And I can tell a story about that. But so this lady right here knows absolutely jack shit about Star Wars. And there you go.
Man, I tell you. And Steph, how do you feel, man? Exactly where do you see where they went wrong? Besides, besides Craig's great fucking input there, because he just gave us the stepping stones. Now give us the in betweens.
Well,
Around.
you've got Michael Arndt wanting 18 months to 2 years to write a good script. They fire him. They give mediocrity itself, J.J. Abrams, and apathetic Larry Kasdan 6 months to write a script. And what really bothers me, Craig alluded to this, is they lied to Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill about what script they were doing. And that really makes me mad. They lied to George Lucas, they lied to them. And I have a feeling in my heart of hearts, if those guys, maybe not Carrie, but if those guys had known Disney was going to buy Lucasfilm, they never would have come on board. Because to me, and I'm just going to allude to what's going on Twitter, Mark Hamill isn't speaking out just for himself. He's speaking out for them, too. Because Ford won't say anything publicly. Carrie can't. And Billy D. Williams won't either. But Mark sure will, you know? So let's see, what else do they do? Hiring that stupid story group.
Yep. Fucked up story group, man. And from from the analogy that Craig gave us, basically I can filter it out. And from what she, from what Steph gave us, they basically don't know shit about Star Wars.
No, they
just like Craig, if you don't know shit about a pregnancy, how the fuck are you fucking giving your input on it, right?
Yeah.
The same thing here. They didn't know shit about it. Star Wars, Dad, man, tell us how you feel and give us the close to the conclusion of them fucking up on this beautiful franchise.
Well, it starts at the very, very beginning. The first thing Disney did, they got rid of the EU. Everything that we know and love about Star Wars, they decanonized. They got rid of it. And they said, we're going to go ahead and do things our way.
Right.
Then, when we get news of The Force Awakens, what they did, they came up with a date that the movie was going to be released. They put it 2 years into the future, and then they went to J.J. Abrams and they said, write us a script and make a movie within 2 years. And yeah, The Force Awakens, it followed A New Hope almost to the letter, but he played it safe. But at the same time, he really didn't have much to work with because he had such little time to actually work in.
Right.
They need to bring people into the damn story group that actually know Star Wars lore. Because I tell you, in that trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, I get so pissed off because when you saw Kylo Ren tackle, I'm assuming it's going to be one of the Knights of Ren, he hit him in the chest with that lightsaber.
Right.
And all he did was fall forward on him.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but if you hit someone in the chest with a lightsaber, you're going to cut them in half.
Or in the back, like he did with fucking Finn. You know, he
Yeah.
caught him back with that. He would have slid him in the. But of course, you know, the fucking cover up and the shielding here is, well, his lightsaber was unstable. So in that case, if it's that weak, then when fucking Anakin's blade fucking hit that piece of shit that you want to call a fucking saber hilt, it should have fucking broken half. If it's not that strong anyway to cut through a fucking human being. But
Well, it's supposed to be even stronger though, because
look at that.
the two posts that come off the side, those are exhaust ports for it bleeds energy because there's too much energy going through the damn blade. So his lightsaber would technically be stronger than most lightsabers.
Right.
So anything he hits, it would pretty much burn straight through.
Yeah.
And so Disney needs to get a clue. They need to learn how lightsabers work. The big thing Disney needs to get a clue about is how the Force actually works.
Yep, and bring back the goddamn midi-chlorians. It makes no sense without midi-chlorians. If you eliminate the midi-chlorians, what happens is you just have telekinesis, ESP, and all that other bullshit. And no, it can't be that simple.
Well, without midichlorians, you have what I love. You have the mysticism of the Force. But the thing is, what Disney's trying to do, they're trying to make it where anybody and everybody can use the Force and be Force sensitive if you just try really hard, you know, and it doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
People have to be Force sensitive to remotely even try to start tapping into the Force, much less, you know, mastering how the Force actually works.
Exactly. Stig, how do you feel about this shit, man? Give us the closing, along with Mox after you.
Well, I think the best things have already been said, but I'm gonna go with Star Wars dad on this. The biggest mistake happened when they ditched the old EU, because
Right.
every story needs a framework. You know, if the story is like a painting, then the lore is the framework, and they removed the framework, and that collapsed the whole story, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it did.
Yep. Hey, Mox, man, let us know, man. How do you feel about this?
I think I want to get a real lightsaber to be sure that they will cut through anything like they did when I grew up. And I think I would like to go to where the mouse is, start there, and work my way down through them, through Disney, Lucas, Marvel. Just what they have done to these shows is sad. It's been destructive in everything they've touched.
Yep. And I'm just gonna say, man, you know, the Disney streaming, you know, look, wake up, guys. Okay, let's wake up. We've been here. Everybody on this panel has been there. Everybody, so far from what I've seen in the chat, has been with Star Wars since 70 So we were there. So our fandom has more longevity than Kathleen Kennedy's whole Star Wars career and everybody in Lucasfilms as of today. So what we're saying here is the respect has not been given. The disrespect has been given. We've been called out our names. We've been dragged through the mud. We've been deprived. We've been fucking bamboozled. So what we're saying here basically is execute order number 9. Okay? It's and for every uploader out there that's, you know, listen, we've called you out. We're not starting any beef. But what we can't see here is the propaganda. We can see you're doing it for change, but it wouldn't be so hard if you seen it from our perspective. If you feel so disrespected, like you say, you would understand that, you know, basically, it's not that hard to boycott something that's so disrespectful to a franchise in which is tradition. You know? So, you know, wake up, guys. Wake up. Star Wars is basically dead. It's a trap. You know? And we've got to move on. But before we do that, let's get into the segment where John and Steph are going to ask 2 questions apiece for you guys in order for you to win some prizes, guys. And if you take a look at my screen right now, I'll show you exactly what's up for grabs. Now, these are Star Wars prizes. Check it out. I've given these out. My man Irving, if you catch the rebroadcast of this, hit me up. Jay Cotto. As a matter of fact, Mox Rock, if you don't mind, put up the Mail Toxicity email and reach me there, Irving, and please give me your address so I can send you your prize from the Boxing and Jedi Taverns program, late night boxing talk. But this is what's up for grabs right now. And when you win this, if you're absolutely correct, 2 winners, okay, can only get this if you're correct. Hit us at the email that MaxRox is gonna put up, and write contest winner, because we'll know who it is. So, and it won't get by us. And we'll ship it to you. Now the first one is going up. Of course, Irving Morales was the winner of this. This is the second one, the last that's going up. It's a GameStop exclusive, and what it is it's a Rebel helmet made out of pure as well as Empire, and it's an exclusive made titanium as well, titanium pieces, awesome. And also, Stephanie's worst enemy and ours as well. That's right, a talking Kylo Ren. Oh God, why am I going to do this? But I have to. And I'll tell you right now, he's not going to shut the fuck up. I mean, he's going to continue. See what I mean?
I need that at the house so I can do a show blowing it up.
Yeah, well, this is what I like to do. I don't know this guy. Who the hell is he? There we go. All right, guys. So over here, we know the chivalry's never dead with alpha males and real men. So, Steph, first question. Go ahead.
All right, it's a question. If you are an EU fan and you've read the Han Solo trilogy by A.C. Crispin, who was a woman, by the way, because there were no women who wrote for the EU. Ever. Right, Kathleen Kennedy? Idiot. Anyway, there is a character in the book, The Hutt Gambit. It's book 2. And she is one of Han's love interests before he met Leia. And I'm only going to give you a hint. She was an illusionist and a magician. What was her name?
Hermione.
No. Wrong franchise, dude.
Okay, guys. You guys can fill that out. Okay.
Everyone's scrambling for Google.
Yep. You can ask the question again. Go ahead, Steph.
All right. It's in the Legends. It's in the Han Solo origin trilogy, written by Alice Crispin, A.C. Crispin. It's called The Hutt Gambit. It's the second book. It's one of Han Solo's first girlfriends. He met her on the Smuggler's Moon, Narshada.
He met her on Tinder.
And she was a magician and an illusionist.
Okay. Well, we got Shaq taking a shot at it. So is that the correct answer, Steph?
I can't see the chat.
Okay, she says Kia Solo.
No.
Mazuris goes with Bria Therin.
Not her.
Bria Therin. Okay, not her.
Bria was actually kind of Leia Light. She was Han's first girlfriend. Very much Leia Light. And she really screwed him over, by the way. Twice. All right. Do you guys are you guys done?
Yeah, we'll give it about 10 more seconds. We'll give it 10 more. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Come on.
I know it's going to be hard.
Best chance, guys. Got 16 in here. Somebody has to know something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Leighton Evelyn Leighton says Kira.
No.
With a Q.
No, it's Legends. It's not crappy Diz canon. It's actually real canon.
Okay.
This girl was a magician.
Chewbacca.
Daddy Pan says Chewbacca.
Okay.
Stick says Grudella the Hutt.
Grudella. Okay, I'll let you know who it was. Her name was Zaviri.
There you go.
And she actually ended up. They actually left. They actually kind of broke up on the terms, and then she came back to help them during the Battle of Narshada. And so she was, in the end, they're kind of like F buddies for about a year. And that was it. So
Man.
yeah.
Han Solo was a smooth motherfucker.
Yes, he was actually.
I'm telling you.
You get to Rebel Dawn, you'll find out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and well, don't worry about it because that prize, which is the Rebel helmets and the Rebel and the Empire helmets made out of pewter and titanium, will still be up for grabs for next week. So don't worry about it. But now we're going to John's question, and this is for the Kylo Ren 12-inch, I guess, talking, never shutting up doll. Uh, so go ahead, ask, brother.
All right. This is canon and legends. I was going to go even more harder than this, but I figured no one would get it. Okay, Darth Vader's original suit, the metal made out of it was electrum. His second suit and all suits after that, what metal was his suits actually constructed from?
Hmm. Beautiful question.
I don't know.
Anybody want to take a stab at it? Not even Steph knows. Craig, do you know? With a nod? Yep. Okay. Okay. And I don't fucking know that, and I've been there 77. Holy shit, I got homework to do. This is awesome.
Remember, I make real costumes, so
I spent too much time in mod school to actually read all these books to know this.
Oh, oh boy, James Clark. Everybody, when you get a chance, go check out his channel, man. Check out James Clark, and check out Shaq Skywalker as well. Now, James Clark says titanium.
No. This is
Okay.
a Star Wars metal.
Okay. Now, Irving Morales says Durasteel, I think.
Nope.
Okay. No. Hey, Irving. I need you to scroll up, my brother, so I can send you your prize. When I resetted everything from the late night boxing talk, the prize that you won. So email us at toxic masculinity show at hotmail.com with your address so I can send you your prize that you won with the other broadcast. Okay, brother? I didn't forget about you. Please. I had said it before. Let's see. James Clark says plasteel.
No.
No. Anybody? Oh, Shaq says Mandalorian.
No.
Shaq, you should know this. You're a Darth Vader person.
No doubt, Irving. I got you, my brother. Thank you for joining, man. I hope every male and even females, that's right, real females, uh, you know, this show is for everyone. Just because we say if you're an SJW and if you want to change, you can come here for transition. We're just not going to be chopping any body parts off. You guys are more than welcome. We welcome everyone, man, woman, not child at certain points, but certain age brackets, 18 and over, NC 17. Everyone's welcome, man. Everybody, we need you to sub to everybody's channel here on the panel. They have great content, especially if you're into Star Wars and shit, and they have other things as well. So, just hit us up, man. We're here for you guys. James Clark says DeLorean.
No.
Ew, he says no. Okay, Irving Morales says, I know that General Grievous had a better suit. Damn, I can't remember.
I don't think anyone's going to get this because it's what allowed Vader to also block blaster fire with his hands.
Oh, that should be the last hint right there, guys. I know someone can get it. I know someone can get this. Hey, James says, hey, Craig, email me. Yeah. So he wants.
do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah. Okay. Mazarus says, Tutor Minimus, Minis.
No. He's getting close. He's getting close, but no.
Getting close, brother. You're getting close, Maze. Oh man, this is fun. Maze also says if you're talking about the ability, Tutor Min. Okay, I got you. Tutor Minis. He says.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not it. Okay. We got about maybe 15 more seconds on this. Okay. Shaq says, micronized iron.
No.
Okay. James says, Herpicus. Let me see. Herpicus
What
Maximus.
ding, 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 ding. His suit was made out of Corticus.
Cordicus Maximus.
Yes, that's the answer.
Oh, James. James is the winner of the Kylo Ren Here we go. The very first winner on episode 1 of the Male Toxicity Show, brother. All
That's
right.
steel is actually what Vader's legs are made out of.
Yes. And the reason for this is number one, it can block blaster fire. 2, it can block lightsabers. But 3, it blocks electricity.
Oh my goodness. We
So
have a
suit
winner.
can short out.
That's right. Congratulations, brother.
Now it is
Oh,
also
man.
combined with it's also combined with stealth alchemy too. So,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh man. James, to claim your prize, just reach us at the email with your address at Toxic Masculinity Show at hotmail.com, brother, to claim your prize, and it shall be there, as well as Irving Morales. We got a winner. Mazra says chicken dinner, no doubt, and it's real here, guys. That's right, man. We care about you. This is your show. That's right, the Male Toxicity Show. Now, the last segment. We're going to talk about music. That's right, because us guys love our fucking music, whether it's from jazz, classics, rock, rap, good rap, when it mattered, when it had a meaning, R&B. Today we're going to feature a band, and these guys, I'm more than sure, have a soundtrack to everyone's life starting from the early 80s on. And this band goes by the name of Metallica.
Yeah.
That's right, baby. And I want everybody to give either their favorite song or any stories, or even history of the band Metallica. I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna make it nice and sweet. Metallica has a workout soundtrack in my life, and as of now, I've been listening to Metallica as I've been constructing that big living room size Millennium Falcon. So, Craig, let us know about Metallica.
I probably Yep,
What?
Star Wars dad washing dishes. All right, so favorite song has to be Sanitarium.
Ah,
Now, I know most people's going to say one, or they're going to say. I mean, there's a multitude of songs that you could have, but Sanitarium, just so fun to play. And if Maz is still here, I mean, he'll because Sanitarium is a fun song to play. Not only that, I mean, it's badass lyrics. It's completely original. And I don't think there's a band out there that could actually recreate that kind of sound today.
hmm, hmm.
I mean, it's just such a fun song to play. I mean, now granted, one is a fun song to play. Inner Sandman is a fun song to play, and I've played all of a lot. And just Sanitarium, when you get into that, either that or Blackened. Blackened is just as good as Sanitarium when it comes to being fun to play. And Blackened is a really dark song, but love it to death.
Nice. And I know you have you have a stack of fucking guitars, man, and I love them all, man. Them shits are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Steph, Metallica.
Oh
Your life.
man, I mean, you're taking me back to early '80s when God Motley was running around and we had Iron Maiden, Metallica. I liked Enter Sandman. They weren't my favorite band. I was more of a Motley crew fan.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I loved Enter Sandman. In fact, there was a band in town that used to play that. That we'd sneak into. I was like 14 years old, and we'd sneak into the bar to watch. And then the cops would show up and we'd run out the back door. Because we didn't want to get caught. I mean, we didn't drink anything. We just wanted to watch the band. But yeah, I mean, that takes me back, man. I mean, it really does. Hiding cassette tapes from your parents because you don't want them to know you were listening to stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, the guitar riffs are great. I think that's probably one of the reasons why. I think that's one of the reasons why I like them so much.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Mox?
Oh wow, Metallica. That was my teenage years. I have a lot of stories about all the songs. I had a situation happen in my life when I was about 16, and I was very much into the song One, and also Blackened at the time. But I had Blackened, and I'd been playing Blackened, but I'd switched over to playing One right before I went out on my bike that day, and I was coming back down on the wrong side of the road, and I had a car pull out and drill me, and so I got to get back up and put my bike on the sidewalk and try to recover from that. And that was the song that just kept playing over and over in my mind right before that happened.
Wow. Holy shit, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Stig, anything on Metallica?
Um, I wasn't the biggest fan of them. I was more of an AC/DC person.
Yeah.
But I did like one called "Turn the Page"
Right.
and "Unforgiven 2," and
Nice.
I partied a lot to their "Whiskey in the Jar" cover.
Yeah, Whiskey in the Jar's a great tune. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those Master of Puppets pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. The Master of Puppets. Master. Yeah, that shit is awesome. My favorite track from Metallica is the Frayed Ends of Sanity. I love that track. That is my shit. I myself play guitar, and playing along with that shit is a finger exercise like a motherfucker. I love it. Star Wars Dad, your experience with Metallica in your life. You have to unmute yourself, brother. Sorry.
I was a metalhead growing up. I grew up with Metallica, Iron Maiden, Slayer, Dio, all the greats, Ozzy, Black Sabbath. If you want to differentiate the two of them.
Right.
Now, as Stig was talking, though, musically, the song, Craig was right on about Sanitarium. It's probably one of the most fun songs ever to play. I don't think there's a single band in the world that can actually play it like Metallica, but the song that I really want to point out is Turn the Page.
Right.
And the reason I want to bring that song up is because their transitions in that song are unlike anything they've ever done. Their transitions are so fast and so complex for such a simple song.
Oh, yeah.
Now, could you imagine though having Metallica with Dio actually doing lead vocals for them?
That would be crazy.
Oh my God.
I think the worst thing they did, and I gotta but Moth into a Flame they did live with fucking Lady Gaga, and I think that is the worst idea ever. I even said it myself. I was like, Metallica, please never do that again.
Well,
That just sucks.
the greatest thing I ever saw was quote Ozzy Osbourne's last tour. That's
Right.
what it was called. It was fall of '92. I got to see them in Pensacola, and you had Sub and Traer that opened up, and they were amazing.
Right.
And then Alice in Chains came on after them, and after Alice in Chains, Ozzy comes out, but standing right next to Ozzy playing lead guitar was Sammy Hagar.
Woo,
Wow.
woo.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
And I tell you right now, if none of you guys know exactly who these musicians are, don't worry about it. We got you covered every Monday, 7 p.m. The Male Toxicity Show, baby, where you also learn your history. Yeah, we'll change your fucking diaper. Why
Yeah.
not? But yeah, I tell you right now, man. Having these musicians, everybody has a soundtrack, and in life, and whether they gave us songs to remember by the dozen. They're there, and these are important bands that we have to pay homage to. there will be more rock bands. Shit, we're even gonna go into classic singers. You know why? Because the three tenors were some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Can
Definitely.
I say something?
Yeah, hold on. Well, 1 second. I just want to. Mazarus says his favorite song ever from Metallica is Orion, and I have to agree. That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Now, I have to say, though, probably in my opinion, there's greats as far as rock voices will ever be. You had Dio, you had,
Freddie Mercury.
Steven Tyler, Freddie
Freddie.
Mercury, you had, God,
Axl
what's his
Rose.
name from Journey, but
Oh yeah.
the,
Steve Perry.
yeah, Steve Perry. But in my opinion, the best rock voice ever was Milenko Malcevic, or however you pronounce it. He was the lead singer for a band called Steelheart.
Mm,
I remember
yes.
But
Steelheart.
he did, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did all the vocals for that movie.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did a
That's
cover of one of those songs from Steelheart.
Yeah.
On my, I think it's on my, it's on one of my pages. I'm trying to remember which one. I think it might be on the full screen one. I don't know, but I did a cover of one of those just because it was badass. But I mean, he did the vocals for it, and actually, Zach Wilde did guitar on it. I mean, the whole band was a who's who of the people that
right.
actually played music and everything else. But that was actually him singing the shit out of it, man. And he's a hell of a damn singer.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember
Oh yeah.
that a lot.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, but better than Freddie.
Yeah.
Freddie was, man.
He had range, man. Don't Stop Me Now. I think that song right there shows you the range, as well as Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, hey man, I really dig that era. And like I said, man, we have a soundtrack and we got to pay homage, and it's gonna, here, as well as Toto. Toto was great too, man. That song, Hold the Line, Africa. Awesome, 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 guys, awesome. You know, well, we're gonna take questions from the chat before we go, because of course, we are your personalities, and if anybody has any questions as to what went on or anything else, we're taking them now before we close out. But as we're doing that and waiting for your questions, we're gonna go down the panel. I'm gonna call you guys, and remember, panel, don't hang up after we go off. I definitely want to start off with Mox Rocks. Let everybody know how they can reach you, and also give out the Male Toxicity Show uh, at hotmail.com. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Our email for this show is the Toxic Masculinity Show at hotmail.com, which I'll drop in the chat for you all now. I'm MoxRocks1103. You can find me on Twitter under that name. I tweet out live streams all week. And on YouTube, the only thing I do besides mod is I have a bunch of trick shot videos from some really professional, amazing artists on a pool table.
Awesome, awesome. And next down the panel, of course, is Craig. Let him know, brother.
What am I letting them know?
Let them know exactly where they can reach you and your channel on YouTube and your addresses and everything, bro.
And I got so many of them. All right, so mine are actually pretty simple. Mine are, let's see, the channel is Reviews for You, which if you type in Reviews for You, it's going to be the first one to come up. I've got my second channel, which is Full Send Motorsports, which we're going through that, some motorcycle builds that we're doing from ground up, high performance cars, motor builds, engine builds, you name it, we're doing it on that, and we're talking about the high dollar stuff here. And then I've got my guitar channel, which is SAC Review, which is all one word. That's where all my guitar covers are. My Twitter is at Reviews for You 18. And email address is reviewsforyou18@gmail.com.
Awesome, awesome. And of course, the first lady of the Male Toxicity Show herself, Stephanie. Let them know.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie Janisek, and my channel is called Smuggler's Cantina, and it's basically called Stephanie Janisek Smuggler's Cantina. You can find me there making quite a few rant videos lately about what's going on with Lucasfilm and the stupid things that are being whatever. If it's stupid, trust me, I'll make a comment. I do lore, talk about characters, what Star Wars is actually about. George Lucas, Joseph Campbell, the actors, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, Peter Mayhew, on down the line. And basically, it's a place for, if you are a real Star Wars fan, and it doesn't matter how old you are, what era you came from, but if Disney is pissing you off and you hate Pablo Hidalgo, belly up to the bar and order yourself a drink. And I can also be found on Twitter at, my Twitter account is Stargazing Tiger, Tiger spelled Tyger, and that is my Twitter handle. And I've also got a Facebook page called the Star Wars Mos Eisley Cantina, and it's only got like 180 people there. So if you want to stop off on Facebook, you can hang out there because they usually drop things there, and there are people there hanging out. And that's where you can find me.
Oh crap! You know what? I forgot all about the Facebook page. We've got our Reviews for You Facebook page too.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, and before I move on, I just want to say, Maze, I'm gonna send you a link to this chat as soon as we go off. Just hold on, and I'll send you one. And I also want to say that if you guys like the show, don't worry, we'll be here next Monday. And now to the last two on the panel, Stig.
Yeah, I don't have a channel, and you know, don't sub to me, people. I have almost 100, almost 70 subs, and I don't have a channel. So stop spamming my stuff in the chat. It's pointless. If you want to get in touch with me, open the window and yell. It's I'm just here for fun. I'm not trying to.
Otherwise, than that, you can usually catch Stig here or on other channels as well. Star Wars Dad, you want to plug them?
Everyone pretty much knows me. I'm John, the Star Wars Dad. If you search for my channel, you have to type the Star Wars Dad, not Star Wars Dad, but the Star Wars Dad. My Twitter handle is at the Star Wars Dad #1. My email address that I can be reached at is starwarsdadinpc@gmail.com. And just so you know, the INPC stands for in Panama City. And you can see just about all of us together, one fashion form or another. Stephanie's doing great work, with her character building and her channel over there. Craig just does a great job roasting everyone. Jake here, he covers a lot of boxing. And me, guys, like I said, I'm starting to do a lot of shows about liberalism and us combating liberalism, especially AOC. And I will start doing my parenting in an SJW world every Sunday. Again, I've been away from YouTube for just a little bit. I had to take a break, but I will be starting that back every Sunday.
Beautiful.
All right.
You go, guys. And I'll tell you right now, we got one question, and before we go, let's answer it because this is something you guys are gonna like really fast. Han Star asks, if a guy only drinks wine or fruity drinks like Mike's Hard Lemonade, can they consider themselves an alpha male? In my opinion, no. Thoughts from the panel. Well,
I can say yes. I can say yes because some people have an affinity to yeast where they can't drink beer.
Right.
So yes, they could drink fruity drinks or things like that. because they have to.
Okay, Steph.
Well, let's see. I happen to know a guy very well who won't drink beer because he just, it. Here's the deal: beer tastes good. Beer tastes really good. Beer makes you fat. Wine
Yeah.
doesn't. And so he drinks wine, and he's definitely not a beta. And just FYI there, and hard liquor, no. I mean, I don't know though. I think that he'd probably stick his nose up at the hard lemonade.
Yeah.
Right.
I think anybody that drinks Zima is
Yeah.
definitely.
Are you talking about Vima?
Zima.
Zima with Skittles? Can we have
Is
some
that
Zima with
is that
Skittles?
stuff even put out anymore?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
If you drink that
And-
shit, you drink a bunch of wine coolers and you drink fruity shit like that, no, you are definitely a damn beta male.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's my man, the ultimate beta male right there, my friend Karam Bread. What's going on, brother, for the boxing community, man? No doubt.
Drink beer,
Now,
man.
if y'all are on the cruise with me, someone's going to be drinking bourbon with me.
Yeah,
You've got
I'll be drinking all that shit.
There's all
I
kinds of
ain't.
stuff to be drinking.
I stick to vodka when it's stuff like that.
Now
Yeah.
I drink wine too, but I mean it takes me normally like 3-4 bottles of wine if I'm going to be drinking wine. But right after that, I'm right back into the grind.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get quite a buzz after two glasses. So,
Yeah.
but I'm not like that. No, yeah, they actually do make Zima because we saw it in the grocery store
Right.
last summer and got a picture of my husband standing next to it because it was so funny. Sent it to my best friend, and she was like, "Did you?" And he was holding a bag of Skittles. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke, and it was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. Mox.
Well, I have to disagree with Steph, and I pray to God she doesn't know where I really live for doing it. But I feel like if you drink wine, if you drink fruit, you must be a fruit. If you don't drink beer, well, okay, drink liquor, and if you can't do that, well, stay out of the bar.
No,
I haven't drank in over 20 something years. It's for health reasons and for staying out of jail reasons. But, if you're going to drink, buy a real drink. Don't buy that fake stuff. That's for teenagers and girls.
wine ain't fake. Trust me on that one. You give you a nice bottle of $50 bottle of Chateau Montelena, and you might think and it ain't fruity. Trust me, it's dry. A
It's
lot of
dry. It's like
tannins.
a damn desert. It
Yeah.
is.
I
Yes.
grew up in redneck
Right.
country, so here it's either beer, liquor, or you're looked at funny. So
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And Stig.
Uh, it's perfectly okay to drink wine. I mean, different countries have different cultures. A lot of them don't have a beer culture. It's wine that's the thing. So
Right.
perfectly fine. The world's a big place.
Right.
Different cultures.
I see it like this: drink whatever the fuck you want to drink, as long as you can hold your liquor and still be a fucking gentleman. Now I'm gonna let you know right now, everybody here. As you can see, the panel. This is your panel. This is your show. All alpha males, you now have a home. This is the home of the alpha male. Now, women are welcome as well, of course. Ladies, and we made this show just for you guys, man. So because there's a lot of let's just say a lot of stereotyping just because we're men, and we like to see cleavage, and we like to talk, and about grabbing by the pussy and stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's locker room banter, it's locker room talk. This is the way we are. We're men. We shouldn't change. We shouldn't be diluted. We should be who the fuck we want to be, and this goes for any gender, anything. I mean, we respect you as long as you respect us. I mean, you don't see alpha males out here calling anybody out their shit unless they don't handle their business. That's what we're all about. Now, as to the lady in the panel, the first lady, well, she agrees with us simply because she is married to an alpha male. That's right. She knows what it is to be with one. She also herself makes these decisions that, basically differentiates her, should I say, from the mistakes that a lot of these women made. That's why she's so successful. So we're glad to have her as the big sister, and everybody is a big brother. Otherwise, in that panel, say goodbye to the males, baby. See you later, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Definitely, guys. This has been the first episode of the Male Toxicity Show. Catch us next Monday, 7 p.m. Same channel, the Boxing and Jedi's Temple. Love you guys. Be safe. God bless. May the
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Take care, people.